All right, FightHype.com. Happy to be joined with the father and trainer of David Benavidez, my man Jose Benavidez Sr. Man, David Lemieux, we all know that's the fight that's next. He's an aggressive, come-forward guy. Do you get eaten alive if you try to fight that way against your son, or how do you see the fight going?
I don't think so, man. We've been getting ready. David's super motivated, super focused. I believe that David Lemieux is a strong fighter, very talented, a next world champion, a very dangerous fight, but we're not underestimating nobody. We're training like we're fighting Canelo, like we're fighting the best of the best. But in my opinion, I think we take this guy out like in 6-7 rounds. We have to, in order to keep progressing and getting those bigger fights. We're training, like I said, we're not underestimating, but he comes forward, David comes forward, so there's going to be fireworks, man. It's going to be an exciting fight, and there's not going to be no see what he has, or he's going to come and see what David has. We're going to go right to work right away from the first round.
David has a great uppercut, and this guy just coming forward. Do you feel like that could play a big role in this fight? You could see him hurting him with that punch in particular.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's a good matchup because both of them are warriors. Both of them are coming forward. I love Lemieux. He's a good fighter, a very dangerous fighter, but we're not backing up. We got to break him down. We got to show him that, David is coming for everything, So we're just going to come in with a tight defense and start working those uppercuts and body shots and accumulation of punches.
We saw with Triple G, the jab gave Lemieux a lot of problems.
Yeah, and that's what we're working on. Also, there's no secret to it. When Triple G used that jab against Lemieux, he just broke him down, and they had to take him away from him.
But he did stop Lemieux with an accumulation. And even Saunders never really hurt him, and he does seem to have a good chin, right, Jose?
Well, he does have a good chin. Actually, that's what I'm trying to. We have to make a statement. We got to stop him. We got to stop him. We have to find a way how to hurt him and really stop him. We have to look better than the other guys that beat him.
Right.
In order to get to the bigger fights. For example, if for some reason Lemieux beats David, guess what? He gets the Canelo fight right away, because that would be a very interesting fight, right? If we beat Lemieux, we don't get the Canelo fight, so we got to continue looking impressive and just keep going, David's only 25 years old, so we're not chasing Canelo, we're getting more experience and see what comes at 168. Canelo might jump to 175. If he stays at 168, he has to face David. There's no other. Everybody wants that fight, but we're not waiting for Canelo. We're not chasing Canelo. That would be great to fight him if the opportunity will come. But we're focusing on getting other fights and getting more experience. I believe that the more experience David gets and the years keep passing by, he's going to be more stronger, and it's going to be a more dangerous fight for Canelo. So the time for Canelo to fight David will be now, and if he has a chance to beat him. Otherwise, he's just going to get stronger and bigger.
Do you ever think there's a chance he just won't ever fight David?
I don't think there's a chance that he will fight David, to be honest with you. He doesn't want to fight David because he knows that David is hungry. He knows that it's a dangerous fight for him right now. He's just trying to look for, now it's business, and I don't blame him for that. He worked so hard for it. I think he's just wants to secure a win and get paid. He will not face David. He doesn't want to fight David. So I don't blame him for that. They're doing a great job, and keep doing what you're doing. We just keep what we're doing, and that's it. Sooner or later he's gonna have to leave. David's only 25. He's gonna have to retire. And at 168, hopefully he doesn't stay at 168 because he's going to feel that pressure that he has to face David. We're not chasing him, but if David has to go to 175, we'll be at 175, and he's still going to be there. So he's just going to be David's nightmare.
What do you think of Reynoso trying to go the route that he isn't? What has he done? What's he proven to get the fight?
He's the youngest world champion, two-time world champion.
He's at least done as much as Callum Smith, right? Who got the fight.
He's undefeated. So, when you say that he doesn't have anything to offer, to me that tells me that they're scared. They don't want to fight him. They don't want to risk losing. So to me, I feel happy when I hear that, because if he wasn't that much, if he didn't have a lot, easy money. Does it make sense? Payday. You could get a payday right there. Come beat David, shut everybody's mouth, and that there would be no excuses. There would be no doubts in the people's mind. Once you beat David, you're the king, man. But every champion has a challenger, and that's David Benavidez. So if he's so easy, why don't you come and get him? And that's it. You know, he makes history.
You know, Reynoso, he's definitely a great trainer.
He's one of the best trainers in the world.
And you're a hell of a trainer yourself. Do you trainers know ahead of time who gives their fighter the toughest fight? They know before.
Of course, we all know. You know, we all have challengers that are going to give you trouble, and it's not going to be easy, or you don't know if you're going to beat them. You know, we all do. The styles make fights, you know. But I feel right now that David's gone through everything, you know, he's focused, he's hungry. So when you're hungry and you're focused, you're a very dangerous fighter. So right now I see, you know, Canelo, you know, I don't think he's as focused as he was a year ago. He's making a lot of money. He has all these other businesses. Now he's playing golf, and, you know, the little distractions like that. You know,
playing golf well.
Yeah, and he's doing good. But, you know, you can only be good at some one thing, you know. So I think now his passion is golf. I don't blame him, you know, but that's a distraction. We're focused on 100% boxing. Boxing, we're 100%. When you have those distractions, then you kind of understand that a little bit too late, you know. I mean, you can't do everything, you know. So I believe that there's distractions there. That's an advantage for us, and that's why he doesn't want to take that fight, because he knows that David's 100% doing boxing. He's a little bit distracted in other things, you know, and plus he's getting older. So that's why
he's in his prime, though.
He's in his prime, but people don't understand. You know, he's been very dedicated, very disciplined. Within time, the body wears out, man. So I mean, who has he really fought? These guys were on their way out. Okay, why not fight a young lion? That tells you something. Why doesn't he want to fight David Benavidez? You know, because they know that he's a dangerous fighter. In my opinion, like I said, he's pound for pound the king of 168 right now. There's no doubt about that, because he's been fighting these guys, you know. Why not fight David Benavidez? Why? Tell me why.
That's what I mean. Do you think Reynoso, with his great boxing mind, is watching the tape and he's saying, this is the toughest matchup?
Canelo knows, Eddie Reynoso knows that, you know, that he cannot beat David. There's a big possibility he can lose. It's a very dangerous fight. So why take that fight? If he can take all these other fights that he's going to get paid.
Because he's a badass.
And guaranteed.
He's a great Mexican champion who will fight anybody, right?
If you ask a Mexican if he's a great Mexican champion, they would tell you the opposite. You know, he will not get the respect of the Mexican people until he fights these challengers that are willing to fight him. When you're a champion, you're going to have all these challengers that want to fight you, and you got to fight them. It doesn't matter if they have experience or not. You know, those are challengers that want to go to the next level. Now, what they do, they choose their opponents, they fight whoever they think they're going to win, and I'm not blaming them for that. They're doing a great job. But in the eyes of the Mexican people, you will never be a great champion if you keep doing that. You know, you got to beat the challengers. You got to be the number ones. You got to beat the number. You got to. He was never accepted as a great champion. You know, he will never be.
No, but he did face all challengers.
And still, they didn't accept him.
Still.
Because, you know, he didn't. You know, at the end of the day, you know, he wants to be remembered as the greatest in Mexico. I mean, he did. Canelo has done a lot. And he's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong. You know. But there are people that are not going to accept them, you know, until you face, like I said, if you're a champion, you're always going to have these challengers, you know, the dangerous, hungry lions, you know, that are going to come, and you can't avoid them forever.